Yes. So hi, hello everyone. Once again, welcome back to the session. This is your mentor Kabilan. Kindly cross-check whether my audio, video, everything is fine. Can you give me a cross-check? Audio, video, ellame correct ah irukka? Kindly let me know in the chat box. Hi Bhupati. Hi Sri Vaishnavi. Hi Ashik. Welcome to the session. Guys, am I actually audible? Yes, audio, video, everything is fine. Kindly let me know, please. Yes. Okay. So we'll kickstart with today's session. So last class, we have seen questions from data sufficiency 1. அதுல கொஞ்சம் ஈஸியான questions curate பண்ணிருந்தேன். So let's see today's session. It's going to be again a previously asked questions only from data sufficiency. So I'm having a set of questions for today also. And let's see who can bring me the right answer for all the questions. Okay, I'm really excited for the live session here. I'm really excited for the live chat also. Let's see who can able to tell me the live answers for all the questions, right? Okay. So before getting into the session, this is a quick introduction about myself. So I'm a mechanical engineer. I have 3 years of teaching experience, and I've also converted various Indian Institute of Managements. Okay. So if you really want to join in our Telegram channel, don't forget to type TANCET MBA in our Telegram channel, where you'll be getting into our exclusive group, where I'll be sharing all the live updates and all the materials related to it. And you can personally ask your doubts, questions, queries related for TANCET MBA. Okay. And this is my user ID for Unacademy. If you have Unacademy app, you can get into that. And if you type my user ID, definitely all my special class contents will also be displayed in that. Okay. So don't forget to have a check. And most importantly, do like, share, subscribe our YouTube channel Unacademy CAT4MBA and our YouTube Telegram channel TANCET MBA. Okay. So as you know, if you really want to take up any of the subscription part, kindly do avail my discount code of KABI10, where you will be getting an absolute 10% off, and your final price will be 15,750 for 1 year if you're willing for CAT subscription. For 2 years, if you're really looking for, it's going to be 18,900. Okay. So we'll quickly go to the data sufficiency part 2 for today's session. And yes, hi guys. I could see hi Niranjan, hi Naveen, hi Jibisha. Welcome everybody to the live chat. Hi guys. Yes, I'm really excited. Okay, let's kickstart the session for today. Yes, are you guys ready? Just give me a thumbs up in the live chat so that we can able to start the session. Yes, come on. Excuse me. Yes, we'll start the session, guys. Come on. So as we have seen the data sufficiency part 1 video Paklio. I'll put the video in the description. Kindly go and watch the data sufficiency part 1. And if you're already clear with data sufficiency part 1, let's try to go for data sufficiency part 2 in this session. So I'll again give you a quick recap of the various options that we have. So you know already that if only the first statement alone is sufficient and not the second statement sufficient, then it's going to be option A. If only the statement 2 alone is sufficient but not the statement 1 is sufficient, it's going to be option B. And option C is nothing but Statement 1 alone is sufficient and statement 2 alone is sufficient. If that is the case, then it's going to be option C. Statement D, it is neither nor. That is, neither statement 1 is sufficient nor statement 2 is sufficient to get me the answer for the given question. Then it's going to be option D. And option C, E is nothing but if you need both the statements put together and finally you are getting the answer for the given question, then it's going to be absolutely option E. Okay, so this is a quick recap of the various options that we have from A to E. And if you're really clear with this, let's get quickly to the first question of today's session and let's see who can bring me the right answer for the first one. Come on, yaar takkana answer solran papo. Whether it's going to be option A, B, C, D or E. Come on guys. Yes. Hi, Meghna. Hi, Gauri Shankar. Welcome back to the session. Come on. So, if you see the first question, no? How much is the average salary of the 30 assembly workers? Okay. So, you have 30 assembly workers. The foreman is paid a salary of rupees 12,000. That's your question. So, listen very carefully. The first question, whether I can able to get the answer from the statement 1 alone. Let's see whether this works or not. Okay. So the total salary paid to the assembly workers and the foreman is rupees 3,12,000. Okay. So listen carefully, guys. If you see this, in the first statement they have said the total salary, that is the compilation of both the assembly workers and foreman. If you try to sum it, the total salary is 3,12,000. That's what is, the exact expense for the salary. But can I 100% say that how much is the average salary of the 30 assembly workers? Is that possible to say? And they have clearly given you the foreman is paid a salary of rupees 12,000. Is that easy to find? Is that easy to find? Yeah. First question, what could be the answer? Whether I can able to get the answer from the first statement alone? Yes. Come on, let's see who can bring me the right answer to this. Wait. Is that sufficient, guys? Is that sufficient enough? I can get this, no? I can get the answer, no? How it literally works? Listen carefully. You have 30 assembly workers, they said. Okay. And in the question itself, they have said the foreman is being paid rupees 12,000. Huh? So what you can exactly do from this? What you can exactly do from this? Let's see who can bring me the right answer in the live chat. Come on. So if that is the case, now see, from the total expense of 3,12,000, if I try to exclude this 12,000 in the 12,000 ரூபாவை நான் வந்து கழிச்சு விட்டுட்டேன்னா I'll be getting how much? 3 lakh rupees. Okay. And what you can simply do from now, you have 30 assembly workers. So this is the total amount paid for all the 30 assembly workers. And if you really want to find the average salary of the assembly workers, what you can simply do? Divide it by 30. So if you do so, you'll be ultimately getting 10,000. That's it. So 10,000 is the average salary of the assembly workers. So from this, statement 1 alone is sufficient. Better don't stop with this. Quickly go for statement 2 also. So statement 2 paranga, the foreman's salary is 120% of the average salary of the assembly workers. So if you see this, listen carefully. The foreman's salary is 120% of the average salary of the assembly workers. If you see whether it is sufficient, yes. Just kindly hold on. Was a minor disturbance. So if you see this from the statement 1, it is sufficient. Statement 2, paranga, they have clearly said 120% of the average salary of assembly workers. How to do this, guys? How to do this? Whether I can able to find the answer for from statement 2 alone, is that possible? Yeah. Okay, option C you guys have got. Yes, very good. You can able to get the answer. So how can I get the answer from option 2? Sorry, statement 2. Let's say if I try to take the salary of the, that is the average salary of the assembly workers to be X. If I take average salary of assembly workers to be X, then I know that the foreman salary is what? 120% of the average salary of assembly workers. Then it is very clear that 1.2x will be foreman salary. Very simple. Okay. So foreman salary is 120%. That is 1.2x. 120% is nothing but 1.2x. 1.2x, 1.2x means what? Average salary of assembly workers. Okay. So if that is the case, if I try to simply add this total, x plus 1.2x will exactly give me a total expense of 3,12,000. And if you try to add x plus 2x, that will give you 2.2x is equal to 3,12,000. And if you try to divide the value of x, what will be the value of x you will be getting? If you try to divide 3,12,000 divided by 2.2, yeah. Okay, so listen carefully. So what was the mistake I made? So that is, if you had x plus 1.2x, that will exactly give you the salary of the foreman, right? So the salary of the foreman, it is 12,000, not the total salary. Okay, don't confuse it. So if you try to do this, then the value of the 1.2x, that is 1.2x will be equal to 12,000 means, then the value of x will be what you'll be getting. See, this is actually the salary of foreman, and it is already being given, that is 12,000. So if you try to do this, then exactly you'll be getting the value of x to be, you try to divide 12,000 by 1.2, right? 12,000 by 1.2, you do what exactly you'll be getting? It's going to be 10,000. That's it. So this is what the same answer we have got for statement 2 as well. So the right option, it is option C. Very good, guys. So which means from statement 1 alone you can able to get the answer, and statement 2 alone you can able to get the answer, means it is either from statement 1 or statement 2, option C. Yeah. So come on, let's keep going for the second question. How far is it from town A to town B? That's the question. And town C is 12 kilometers east of town A. That's the question. So listen carefully. Town C here exactly, let's say town C is here. If I plot town A here, town C is exactly 12 kilometers. Let's say this is 12 kilometers east of town A. So C will be here. Okay. So you are asked to find what is the distance between A and B. Let's go for statement 1. Town C is south of town B, they said. Okay. So listen very carefully. If you really want to find it, town C is south of town B. So it's gonna be, B will be somewhere here. So that to the south of town B, town C is here. So now in the first statement, I've got exactly where B is, but I don't know exactly what is the distance between C and B. So it is not sufficient for me to get the answer, statement 1 alone. But if you go for statement 2, it is 9 kilometers from B to town C. So now listen carefully. They have clearly said, if you try to combine these two, then I can say that the distance between B and C is 9 kilometers. So now how can I able to find the distance of AB? How can I able to find the distance of AB? This one looks like what actually? Exactly a 90-degree right angle triangle. And if you have a right angle triangle, you can use one beautiful theorem called Pythagoras theorem. Okay. So what you can exactly do here? That is what actually, if I take this distance to be x, x square is equal to 12 square plus 9 square, which means 144 plus 81. If I do, I'll be getting what exactly? 144 plus 81, 225 if I'm not wrong. So x square is equal to 225 means then the value of x will be what? 15. That's it. So if I try to combine these two statements, I can able to get the answer for the given question. Okay. So exactly now what could be the right answer to this? It's going to be option E. Is that clear, everybody? Is that clear? Kindly give me a thumbs up for the second question if you are clear. Very good, guys. Very good, Meghna. So it's going to be option E, where you need to combine both the statements and you need to get the answer. உங்களுக்கு நான் சொல்றது புரியுதா? First statement பாத்தீங்கன்னா, you know that B is to the north of C, but ஆனா B க்கும் C க்குமான distance எவ்வளவுன்னு தெரியாது. So அது தெரிஞ்சாதான் என்னால வந்து A க்கும் B க்குமான distance கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியும். So first statement alone is not sufficient, and you know individually address the second statement as well. From the second statement, no, I don't know exactly where B is, but they have simply said it is 9 kilometers from B to C. If I see the second statement alone, so second statement alone is not sufficient for me to get the answer. So if I try to combine these two, then I will be getting the B to be here, just 9 kilometers ahead of C in the north direction. And if I try to apply the Pythagoras theorem, I'll be getting the value of x to be 15. That is, the distance between A to B is 15 kilometers. That's it. Clear, everybody? Come on, let's go for the third question and let's see whether we can able to crack this one. Come on, I'll give you a matter of 20 seconds. யார் டக்குன்னு ஆன்சர் சொல்றான்னு பார்ப்போம். Whether it is option A, B, C, D or E. Come on. So they are asking you, is D, that is this line, DE, whether it is parallel to AB. So they are asking you whether these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay, that's your question. And if you try to visit the first statement, the triangles DEC, that is actually DEC actually. Okay, the triangles DEC and ABC are similar, they say. Okay, now listen very carefully, guys. If they say the triangle DEC, this triangle, and the triangle ABC, if they are similar means, then you can 100% say that you have a exact angle. You have the same angle, right? If the triangle DEC and ABC are similar, you'll be having the same angle here. So if you have the same angle, let's say if it is 90 degree, then I can 100% say that the lines DE and AB or parallel. So from this, I can say that statement 1 alone is sufficient for me to get the answer. Quickly go for statement 2. What they say? CE is equal to EB, they said. So listen carefully. CE is this line. Okay. They have said this line is equal to this line now. Now listen very carefully. If this line is equal to this line, it is not 100% sure that AB will be parallel to DE. You can have different angles also. Yeah. So you cannot 100% say that DE is parallel to AB using the second statement. But in this first statement, you can 100% say that if your triangle DEC and ABC are similar, then definitely the angle of ABC and DEC will be equal. That's what it means. If the angles are equal, then absolutely the line DE will be parallel to AB. That's it. Okay. You're getting this, guys, everybody. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're really clear with this. Okay, come on. So what will be the right answer for this? Third one. Third one again, a right answer. If one alone satisfies, it needs to be option A. That is, statement 1 alone sufficient to answer the question, not statement 2. Okay. Go for fourth question. What could be the right answer for this? Fourth one. How many of the numbers x and y are positive? Both x and y are less than 20. Come on, very important question. Let's see who can bring me the right answer for this. Meghna has got option A. Yeah. So you're talking about the previous one, huh? Okay, fine. Come on. Guys, what will be the right answer for this? Quickly. They are asking you how many of the numbers of x and y are positive. Okay. And they've also said both x and y are less than 20. That's a question. Let's go for statement 1 and cross check whether it is sufficient for you. So, first statement, x is less than 5. That's what they said. Okay, if that is the case, listen. If x is lesser than 5, then it should be what? 1, 3, and 4. So these are the possible numbers which x can take. But you should know that both x and y are less than 20. That is what they said. Okay. And they are asking you simply how many numbers of x and y are positive. That's your question. So come on. Is that statement one alone is sufficient for me to get the answer? Yes. No, definitely not. Because why? They didn't specify anything about y in the statement 1. So I cannot able to answer just by looking at the first statement alone. Okay. But if you go for statement 2, this gives a crisp, statement. Listen carefully. They have simply said x plus y is equal to 24. If that is the case, and I already know that both x and y are less than 20. So you are asked to find how many numbers, how many of the numbers x and y are positive. If that is the case, if you try to go for following, arrangements, how will it work actually? If I take x to be 19, then the value of y will be 5. Is that right? If I take x to be 18, the value of y will be 6. So that, see, 19 plus 5 will give you 24. 18 plus 6 will give you 24. And if I take x to be 7, the value of y will be what? 7. Is that clear? Is that clear? So, இப்போ சொல்லுங்க இந்த கொடுத்திருக்க second statement வச்சு I can able to get the number of pairs, no? I can able to get the number of x and y, no? So from this, you need not find till the last pair and all. They are not asking you to find the answer. Simply see whether you can able to get the numbers or not. You can able to get the numbers. Upper, what will be the right option? Gonna be option B. That is, statement 1 alone is sufficient for you to get the answer. Okay? Clear? Clear, everybody? Come on, give me a thumbs up if you're clear with this. We'll go for the fifth question. Yes. Kindly hold on, guys, once again. Yeah. Let's go for the fifth question. A sequence of numbers is given by the rule an is equal to an minus 1 plus 2. Okay. So this is what the rule which is being given to you. If you want to repeat it, I'll repeat it once again. Listen, Gauri Shankar. Listen very carefully now. See, from the first statement alone, if they say x is less than 5, then x can have possibly these numbers. But I have no idea about y in this statement 1. So it is not sufficient for me to get the answer. But if you go for statement 2, like in they said, x plus y is equal to 24. If x plus y is equal to 24, then what are all the possible values of, x and y can have? Both should not exceed 20. Right? Both x and y are less than 20. Less than 20 means at the maximum x can take 19, y can take 5. So that 19 plus 5 will give you 24. X takes 18, y can take 6. So that 18 plus 6 will give you 24. Like this, you can go finding the number of pairs of the numbers of x and y. So from the second statement alone, it is sufficient for me to get the answer. Right? You're getting this? Is that clear? Is that clear, Gauri Shankar? Yes, if both x and y are integers, see if they are integers or not. If they are not integers also, you can able to find the number of pairs, no? You can exactly find the number of pairs of x and y, right? One thing they have, you need to find the number of x and y are positive. How many positive x and y numbers are there? And they have clearly said x and y are less than 20. So they can take, let's say for example, if they are decimals also know how it works exactly. If x is 19.9, then y will be what actually? Y will be 4.1. This pair also works now. They didn't mention anywhere both x and y are integers or not. So that doesn't affect you from finding the answers. No, you can able to find the option answer from option 2. That is x plus y is equal to 24 means you'll be getting the number of pairs. Okay, from this, see, it is not mandatory that you need to find all the number of pairs actually. Whether you can able to get the answer or not, that is your concern. If you can able to, if the second statement alone is sufficient, then go for the second statement, that is option D. Okay. Come on, let's go for the fifth question. A sequence of numbers is given by the rule an is equal to an minus 1 plus 2. Okay. And is A10 an even integer? That's a question. That's a question. Come on. Let's see who can bring me the right option for the fifth. So this is what the rule it says. That is, yes. an is equal to an minus 1 plus 2. So if you go for the very first statement, a1 is even, they said. So listen very carefully. From a1 is even, how to do this? Whether I can able to find is a10 an even integer. Is that possible? How can I do that? See, listen. If I take a1 is even, then it is very clear that a2 will be what? A2 will be a2 minus 1 will be what? A1 plus 2. So what is the simple rule which you need to understand now? If you had two even numbers, let's say for example, if you had 2 plus 4, you will be getting again a even number. Is that clear? If you had 4 plus 8, you will be again getting a even number 12. So you already know that a1 is even. So a1 is even, and if you are adding again a even number, then the other number will also be even only. Like in this way, if you do what they are asking a10, no? So if you go for a10, a10 will be what? A9 plus 2. Definitely it is known that A9 is also even only. How A9 will be even? Because if you see A9, A9 is nothing but A8 plus 2. Like in this way it proceeds, right? So this will also be even only. So we can able to get the answer from first statement alone. Don't stop with this, go for the second statement. Go for the second statement. Whether it satisfies. The second statement, what they said, A9 is equal to 24, they said. Okay. So if A9 is 24, listen carefully. If A9 is 24, then what will be A10? A10 will be what? A9 plus 2. A9 is 24, you know, so it's going to be 26. It is also even. So you can able to get the answer from both the statement 1 and statement 2. And if you're getting from both the things, it's going to be option C. That is either from statement 1 alone you can get the answer, or either from statement 2 alone you can able to get the answer. Okay? Clear everybody? Yes? Guys, is that clear? நான் சொல்றது புரியுதா? யாருன்னா புரியலையா? If you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Come on. Feel free to ask me if you have any doubts for the first 5 questions that we did now. Come on. See, இப்படிதான் இருக்கும். இது வந்து I didn't curate the questions first of all. Whatever questions have been curated in this session, it is all previously year asked questions. Okay? அதை தான் நான் உங்களுக்கு எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கேன். காலகாலமா உங்களுக்கு இப்படிதான் கேட்டுட்டு இருக்காங்க. ஸோ கொஸ்டின்ஸ் எல்லாமே இப்படிதான் இருக்கும் சிம்பிளா. So that is what I told you in the last session itself. 20 out of 20 questions you can get it right in data sufficiency. Okay. So have that confidence, and let's quickly go for the sixth one. You want me to explain the two alone, JK? Yeah, I'll explain this. See, listen carefully now. They say A9 is 24. So if A9 is equal to 24 means what will be A10? Try to apply in this rule, da. You try to apply in this rule. A10 will be what? A10 minus 1. 10 minus 1 is what? A9 plus 2. That's it. And you know already A9 is 24. So it's going to be what? 24 plus 2. It will be 26. And 26 happens to be an even number. Then you can definitely say that A10 is an even number. You're getting this. Yes? JK, you're clear now? You guys are clear with this? Come on, let's quickly go for the next sixth question of today's session. Yeah. Okay. Come on. Yeah. So which side of a triangle ABC is the longest? And you have been given the degree, this angle is 40 degree. Y is equal to 40 degree have been given. And you are asked to find which side of the triangle, that is whether AB or BC or CA, which is actually the longest side you need to find. Okay. Come on, let's see who can tell me the right answer to this. Yes, Divakar Arumugam, if I want to really address your question, see, we cannot assume that x and y are to be integers. If x and y have decimal numbers also, you can able to find the pairs, no, the number of pairs exactly for x and y. That's what I've given you for the example. That is, if x takes the value of 19.9 and y takes the value of 4.1, then if you try to add both, ultimately you'll be getting 24. That will give you a pair. When which if you try to add x plus y, you'll be getting 24, right? See, it doesn't matter whether you have an integer or a decimal. Ultimately, you can get the answer. Maybe it would take much time to count it, but definitely can get the answer now from statement 2 alone. So that's what the option B alone satisfies. Okay. So guys, come on. What for the sixth question? If you see this very first statement, the first statement, x greater than y. Listen carefully. If they simply say x is greater than y, you know already what in a triangle, what is the sum of all the three angles? It should be x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degree. But here you know only the angle of y to be 40. You are not very sure about the angle of x and z. But in the very first statement, they have simply said x is greater than y. So if x is greater than y and you have no idea about the angle of z, so it is not alone sufficient for me to get the answer and tell which side is our longest side. But if you go for statement 2, in statement 2, if you see, they have clearly said y is equal to 40 degree. So if y is 40 and x is 40 and y is 40, then ultimately what will be the value of z? Z should be 100, so that you'll be getting 180 degree. So the value of angle of z should be 100 degrees. So from this, is that really easy to find which one is the longest side? Yeah. See, listen carefully. If z is equal to 100 degree, this have the maximum angle. Definitely the opposite side. The opposite side is what? The side AB. The side AB will be the longest side. Okay. So from this statement 2 alone is sufficient. So it's going to be option B. Okay. Clear, guys? So listen very carefully. I'll give you one more example also. Let's say if I have a triangle something like X, Y, and Z, and let's say if this angle is 70, if this angle is 60, and if this angle is 50, okay? And if I ask you which side has the longest side, okay? So definitely it's going to be what? The angle which have 70 degree, no, the angle from which the direct opposite side, if you see, the side XZ will be the longest. Okay, so like in this way, Z have 100 degree, so the opposite side, if you see, of with the angle Z, it is absolutely AB. AB will be the longest side. Okay, so clear with the sixth question, everybody? Yeah. No, no, Gauri Shankar, you cannot make a pair of 23 and 1. Why? Because if you see this fourth question, I think you guys are still stuck with the fourth question. See, they have clearly said both x and y are not, less than 20. So you cannot take the value of x to be 23. It should be less than 20. You can take 9.9, which I said. Yeah. Come on. See, it doesn't matter whether you're getting the answer or not. What really matters for the fourth question, not only for the fourth question, for all the questions, no, whether you can able to get the answer or not. They will not ask you what is the exact answer for this question. You need to literally see whether the given statement is sufficient for you to answer or not. That's it. Don't go in depth. That's what I really want you to understand. Okay, come on, go for the seventh one. Go for the seventh one, guys. If x is equal to k, the expression x3 plus ax2 plus bx, that is actually like in a form of quadratic equation. Now I'll write it again. It's actually x cube plus ax square plus bx. It is okay. In wrongly printed. Really sorry for that. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Come on. The expression x cube plus ax square plus bx equal to 0. This is what you need to cross check whether it is equal to 0. And they have said if x is equal to k. Okay. I think there is a wrongfulness with the question. I'll try to correct the question first of all. Give me a moment. So the exact question is actually minus b is equal to k square. It is not k2. It is minus b is equal to k square and everything is fine. Okay. So this is the question done. If x is equal to k, is the expression x cube plus ax square plus bx is equal to 0. You need to see whether x cube plus ax square plus bx is equal to 0. Come on, let's go for the first question now. Sorry, first statement if you see. Yeah. Whether this a is equal to 0, if you put whether it is sufficient for you to get the answer whether x cube plus ax square plus b is equal to 0, definitely not. If you put a is equal to 0, you'll be left with this. You'll be left with this. And if you individually approach the statement 2 also, if you put minus b is equal to k square, right? If you put k square is equal to minus b, how it turns out? X cube plus a x square, and in place of x, if you try to substitute the value of k, what this equation will become? Listen carefully. It will become k cube plus a k square plus bk it will become, right? And in place of minus b k square, if you put minus b, this alone will not again make you prove that x square plus x cube plus a square plus bx is equal to 0. But if you try to combine these two, yeah, if you try to combine these two, what exactly will be getting? Yes. So we'll be left with what? You put a is equal to 0, this whole term will get cancelled, you'll be getting 0. And if you put a cube to be, sorry, x square, k square to be minus b, listen very carefully now. I can write this k cube as what? I can write this as k square into k. So a square, if I put minus b, so it's going to be minus b into k plus b into k. Will ultimately get cancelled, and you'll be, you'll be proving ultimately the given equation x cube plus ax square plus bx is equal to 0. So if you try to combine these two, only you can able to get the answer. So probably what will be the right answer for this? It's going to be option E. Okay, you're getting this, guys. Individually, if you try to approach both the statements, you will not get the answer. But if you try to combine both, you can able to get the answer for this. Okay, clear? So it's going to be option E for the 7th question, right? Come on, let's quickly go for the next question. If you're really clear with this, yes. So the figure represents a square and a semicircle. So listen carefully how it exactly represents. Let's say if I try to draw it here, I said it is a square. Square means all the four sides will be equal. So let's say this is a square and this is a semicircle. Okay. What is the combined area of the above figure? That's your question. So listen very carefully. You need to find the combined area of this given figure. How to do that? If you try to find the area of the semicircle and the area of the square, this will exactly give you the combined area of the above figure. So in order to find that, if I try to approach with statement 1, the radius of the semicircle is 7, they said. So listen very carefully. The radius, it is 7. If the radius of the semicircle is 7, then this side it will also be 7, right? So now you have got the side of the square to be what? 14. 7 plus 7 will give you 14. So what will be the area of a square then? Area of a square is what? A square. One side is 14 means 14 square if you do, you'll be getting the area of the square to be 196. And like in the same way, what is area of a semicircle? Area of a circle, you know, that is pi r square. So area of a semicircle, if you do, it is pi r square by, from this you can able to get the value, right? So it's going to be what? 22 by 7 into 2, and r square, r is what? 7, r square will be 49. So this one exactly goes by 7 and this one exactly goes by 11. So we'll be getting 77. And if you really want to find the combined area of it, simply add both. What exactly you'll be getting? You'll be getting it to be 73. You've got the answer from first statement alone. But don't stop with this. Go for the second statement also. The side of the square is 14. They said here. So if the side of the square is 14, then definitely I can say the half of this one will be 7. So from this also I can able to get the answer. So what will be the right answer then for? Option C. Very good, guys. Come on. Brilliant. Very good, Meghna, checking. You're getting this, guys. If you're really clear with the 8th one, give me a thumbs up. I just found the area of the square and area of the semicircle, and I just simply added it. I got that to be 273. Right? Okay, come on. Let's go for the 9th one. Is the radius of circle? Okay. I think the figure is missing out here. So let me just quickly add the figure. Kindly hold on. Yeah, this is the figure actually. You have a figure something like this. Circle. Okay, let's say this is circle. Okay. So if the radius of the circle O, a whole number? That's your question. Okay, listen carefully. They're asking you the radius of a circle O, a whole number. So how to find that? A whole number means what? The radius should not be in decimals. Okay, it should be a whole number. It should not have any decimal values actually. Okay, so come on, how to do this? I'm just looking for the answers. First statement, if you try to do this, the circumference of a circle O is 2n. Okay. So is that sufficient really enough for me to get the answer for this? Excuse me. So is that really sufficient for me? Yes. If you see the circumference of a circle is what? You know the formula already. Circumference of a circle, it is 2 pi r. Right? So if that is the case, then if you really want to substitute it for the circumference of the circle O, whether you will be getting the radius of the circle to be a whole number, is that possible? Yeah. Yes, come on guys. What could be the right answer for this ninth one? Yeah. What you can simply do? So if you do this, the circumference of the circle is 2n, then it is 2 pi r is equal to 2n means 2 goes out. So n will be what? The value of pi is n is equal to pi r you'll be getting. And if you see this, n is equal to pi r. From this, I can say that the value of pi is what? 2.14 or 22 by 7. And you are not aware of the answer, the value of r. So if you really want to find the r, whether it is actually a whole number or not, what you can exactly do? You need to divide n by 2.14 or 22 by 7. So from this, I cannot 100% say that the value of n will be actually a prime number or a decimal. Okay, so this is not sufficient, and the ratio of the circumference of a circle to the area of the circle is 1 by 2, they said. So listen carefully. If you go for the second statement, the ratio of circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r divided by area of the circle, that is pi r square, is equal to 1 by 2. If you see this, pi goes out and you'll be left with what? If I know 1 r goes out, so you'll be left with 4 is equal to r. From this we can able to get the r to be a whole number, right? You can able to get the r value of r to be a whole number. So if that is the case, then it is very clear that statement B alone is sufficient for you to get the answer, right? Clear? From statement 1 alone, you cannot able to get the answer. So it is statement 2 alone is sufficient for you to get the answer. Okay. Come on, let's go for the next question, last question of today's session. What is the radius of the circle with center O? How to find this? You need to find the radius of the circle with center O. So the area of the circle, they have said it is 2 pi. So if pi r square is equal to 2 pi, pi goes out, sorry, 25 pi, you'll be getting the value of r to be 5. You've got the radius. So 1 alone is sufficient. 2, if you go, the area of the circle is divided by the diameter of the circle is equal to pi times 12 of the radius of the circle. So if you see this question, whether the statement 2 alone is sufficient for you. So what they exactly convey? Listen very carefully. The area of the circle, that is pi r square divided by the diameter of the circle. Diameter of the circle is what? 2r. I can write diameter is equal to 2r, right? Equal to 5 times 12 of the radius of the circle. So if that is the case, that is not 12. It is actually wrongly printed. Pi times 1 by 2. Okay, so pi times 1 by 2 of the radius of the circle means it will be pi times 1 by 2 of r. That's it. Very simple. Okay, pi times 1 by 2 of the radius of the circle means 1 by 2 of r. So pi goes out and 1 r goes out. So you'll be left with what? Again, you'll be getting the value of r to be 5. So from this statement, 2 alone is sufficient for you to get the answer for the 10th question. Is that sufficient? No, you cannot get this. No, see, listen carefully. If you try to simplify this, the complete r will get cancelled, right? 2r will strike this 2r and pi gets cancelled. 2 gets cancelled. You are ultimately getting 0 to be the answer here. You cannot get the value of r, that is radius of the circle. So if that is the case, it's going to be option A. Only statement 1 alone is sufficient for you to get the answer. Okay? Clear everybody? Is that clear everybody? Give me a thumbs up for the last question. With this, we'll wind up the session and hopefully we can see in the tomorrow's session. Okay? Thank you guys. And most importantly, from tomorrow onwards, there will be a commencement of verbal classes. So Siddhi ma'am will be taking. She's a leading faculty from Unacademy. So she has did her MBA in XLRI, and she'll be joining us on rope for taking the verbal classes and most importantly the most awaited business analysis section as well. Okay. So sharply, the time is exactly at 9 p.m. Don't forget to catch it live. So at 9 p.m. Siddhi ma'am will be joining us on board. So kindly make it beneficial as well. Okay. The verbal classes will kickstart every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. All the alternate days, if you see, exactly at the time 9 p.m. we'll be handling the verbal classes. That is the comprehension part, verbal grammar parts, and the business analysis part. Okay. So with this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel Unacademy CAT4MBA and also our Telegram channel. Okay. Thank you guys.